This is what I want in beef barbacoa. Tender, juicy beef that just falls apart. It's simmered low and slow in a rich chili sauce, then shredded up for tacos, bowls, burritos, sandwiches, or even a birria-style soup. So many ways to serve it. Let's do it! All right, the first thing we're gonna do is lightly toast our chilies in a dry pan. You only need about a minute or maybe 2 per side. What we're really doing here is we are loosening up the oils in the skins, and that develops quite a bit of extra flavor with the chilies. It's quite a bit like toasting seeds and nuts for grinding into powders. All right, so these are nicely toasted. I'm going to remove them to a plate, and you can see how the skins have darkened up a bit and loosened up quite a bit. Let the toasted peppers cool slightly, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the stems and seeds. They tend to float around in the sauce. A lot of people just want them removed, and they can be a little bit bitter. Next, go ahead and place all of the toasted peppers into a bowl, and then cover them with very hot water to rehydrate them. And this should take about 20 minutes or so. All right, next we have a chuck roast, a beef chuck roast. Beef chuck roast is perfect for this recipe because it benefits from low and slow cooking. So go ahead and slice it up into 2 to 3 inch chunks, and you don't have to be super precise. But traditionally, it was made more with goat or lamb, but also beef. Nice big chunks. All right, get all the meat moved over into a bowl, and we will season it up. Now that the chili peppers are softened up, we're gonna go ahead and transfer them over to a food processor. Along with chipotles and adobo, I've got 1 can here. This is 7 ounces, a 7-ounce can of chipotles and adobo. And also I'm gonna add some of the soaking liquid to keep this nice and loose. Probably add about a 1/4 cup. And you can use fresh water if you prefer. And a bit of salt. And we'll process until nice and smooth. All right, look at that, looking good. And if you want to, you can add a little bit more water to loosen it up to your preference. I like it to be a little bit loose. You can strain the sauce at this point if you want to remove any of the extra little bits that are in there, but this looks nice and smooth, so I'm just gonna go ahead with the recipe. So now go ahead and pour your pureed chili sauce over the cubed beef. And then just go ahead and coat all the meat. Gonna get it nice and coated as much as possible. Next, we're gonna go ahead and sear the beef. So get yourself a good sized pan, heat it up to a good medium-high heat, and add some olive oil. Let that heat up a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and sear the beef a few minutes per side, really to get it nice and browned. I like to get a good sear. This develops a lot of flavor. And do it in batches if you need to. You don't want to overcrowd the pan. Okay, all the meat is nicely seared here, and into the crock pot it goes. So the next step here is to deglaze the pan. There's all these brown bits that are in the bottom, so I'm gonna add maybe a 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of beef stock to the pan. We're gonna go ahead and scrape up all those brown bits from the bottom of the pan. There is a lot of flavor in there. And we're gonna go ahead and dump this into the slow cooker. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add any remaining sauce into the pan, along with 1.5 cups of beef stock and a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, juice from 1 lime, and I have 1 good-sized onion that is chopped, along with 4 cloves of garlic. Adding some seasonings here, and you can vary up your seasonings, but here I have a tablespoon of Mexican oregano, along with 2 teaspoons of cumin, a couple of bay leaves, and salt and pepper to taste, my friends. Then we'll go ahead and just mix it up a bit. At this point, guys, we're gonna go ahead and cook this slow cooker on high for 4 hours, or on low for 6 to 8 hours, or really as long as it takes until that meat becomes super pull-apart tender with forks. All right, check it out, guys. It's been a little over 4 hours, and it smells amazing in here. Gonna go ahead and move it over to a bowl. And there's a lot of the liquid that's still in the pot that you can leave in there, but save it because that's super delicious stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and shred it up with a couple of forks, and look at how tender that is. It just falls apart so easily. So once the meat's all shredded, my friends, you're really ready to enjoy it. All right, let's give it a taste. Perfection. And you can also print this recipe with full details at the website at chilipeppermadness.com.